Blowing at my arse here. Whew. Path levelled off a bit now. Still pecking a bit. The ground's quite damp, but not too bad. It's only been spitting with rain. Oh God, it becomes a bit of an obstacle. Right, you see off there. Suppose you can pause that if you want to reread. That's me seeing open hillside now. Well, that's me up above the tree line now. Whew, hard work, totally unfit, no surprises there. So I just got to get up past the waterfall there, which I think you can see in the background about there. That's the, I think it's the coilty burn, something like that. Okay, in a bit. Shieling on the list. I'm about to run out of batteries, so I'll catch up with you in a bit. Alright, so I've reached the first shieling. There it is. Not really that much to see, but you can see the remains of an old shieling hut right next to the coilty burn. See water supply there for them. No really to camp about here, it's too heathery and boggy and tufty, so I'll keep going and see what else is further on. I've spotted a place to camp, sort of like just 200 or 300 metres back from here down the track, so if I have to I'll stay there, but hopefully I'll find somewhere better on the way up. I'm not going to be stuck for water on my wee trip out anyway. Onwards and upwards. Here we go. That's where I trip over. You see the terrain's a wee bit boggy up here. It might be a bit of a struggle to find a decent pitch, but I've already sussed out a spot further back down the road. track's actually a wee river now. Well, two wee rivers. I'll walk up the middle bit. The next shielings are just up on the left there. At least the rain's off now. Ooh, that boggy though. Probably have to go back down a bit to pitch, but you never know. Now this might be alright, we'll have a wee look. There's the first shieling you see in the middle of the picture there. You see the burn flowing down there, there's actually a bit of a burn across here. There's the next shieling, not much to see of it. A wee mound of stones there. There's the bigger, more pronounced one there, but we'll have a closer look at that in a wee bit. Cheers. There's your second shieling. Just on the other side of this wee burn. Can't even make it out. The wee rainbow there. Isn't it lovely? Right, I think there might actually be a place to pitch up here, so it's nice and flat, but like I say, very, very wet. But there's a wee bit up there that I'm going to try. Right, well, that's the tent up anyway. I've not put anything in it yet. I've not got my sleeping bag or cooking stuff out yet. I'm just going to do that in a wee bitty, but I thought I'd just show you where I've got the tent. Managed to get a good spot near where this last shieling I was walking to is. See the tent in the background there, I think. All good, right. So as you can see, I'll be pretty handy for water. Managed to get a really good spot. I didn't think I was going to, just because of how boggy it was, but this seems to be a bit of a raised bit in between the two burns. Well, there's a junction of two burns here, so that's probably why the shielings are here. Makes sense, doesn't it? Right, so I'll take you down to the tent. We'll have a wee look at how it's pitched in the Bobcat 1 today. My favourite tent. I like this tent just because you can pretty much park it anywhere in a tiny wee space. Sorry about the mess behind with my bag and stuff. You see it's a pretty narrow profile, so it takes the wind pretty well. This tent's had a bit of a battering over the 2 years I've had it. Modified it with these little tie-out points. What that does is it pulls the fly sheet away from the inner. So if you've got any problems with condensation and if the wind's blowing it into the inner's staying pretty dry, so that was pretty good. So yeah. That's the Bobcat up. And here's the final shieling that I was trying to get to today. A wee bit further up the hill from where I've camped. I'll try not to fall over this heather, show you where I am. Right, so whether we can make out the tent down there, sort of bottom right of your screen, and dead ahead is where Cannich is, down in that U-shaped valley. This Strathclyde. Delighted, got somewhere to pitch, quite happy. I think it's time for a coffee. We have a bit of sunshine. Wasn't expecting this. Happy as Larry. food. I'll maybe film a bit of that for you. Still got some blue skies up here. It's getting cold, cold. And the weather is looking like it's going to come in a wee bit from the west there. So we'll see. Enjoying myself so far. See how we get on. The wind's picking up a bit now. Beautiful place though. Very peaceful. That's the kettle on anyway. Wind's picking up a wee bit. Had a little hail shower earlier on. It's supposed to drop to about -2 tonight, so hopefully I'll stay warm enough. Well, I will. I hope.
And it was created to coincide with COP26 in Glasgow. Now, before we get to the art, the story, and the rest of the poem.
But when we found Limbrick, it was as much as us falling in love with the place as it's what we believe is choosing us as its stewards. But with 150 acres, you know, a few hens in the government pod, you can't just muck about. So we were kind of, I guess, not forced into this position, but we just found our lives in that situation.
Well, that's me just about packed up now, as you can see. It's a wee bit of just neat, wee bit of snow / ice, rain overnight. That was nice and toasty warm though.